Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Cydnee Black. Thank you so much for clicking to watch this video. So today's video is a little bit exciting. I took an ancestry DNA test and I found the results of where my family was kidnapped from. It's really dark, Cyd, good job. Honestly, most of my life I never really had a desire to learn much about my African heritage or where exactly in Africa my DNA was from. It just never was really like a part of my upbringing. I did, however, as I got older, start to get more curious about it, mainly because people kept asking me, like, as soon as people find out that my eyes are real, they just immediately want to know my family tree and all of my origins. And I never knew that information. Like when people asked me about where my family was from, I would tell them Denver. And then they'd ask like, no, like where is your family from? And I'd be like, I personally hate that question because it's rude. It typically comes from people who aren't African American, who aren't Black per se. And they don't usually understand why asking that is rude. And the only reason it's rude is because most Black people do not know where they're from. Literally, there was pretty much no way of knowing before tests like this existed. There was this little like minor small event in American history called slavery. Small, you might remember it, you might not. You actually might not. I don't even know if they're teaching it in school anymore. Are they still talking about slavery in school? Like, I did hear a story once that they were like saying slaves were just underpaid workers. If you did or didn't learn about slavery, it was this, small event in history where a lot of African people were chained to a boat and forced to come here against their will. They were wiped away of all of their heritage. They were wiped away of their language. They were literally forced to forget where they came from. And this was 500 years ago, so forget about it. Like, the person who could have told me where our family was from has been gone forever and ever. My great-great-grandma, she died when she was 96, and I don't think she would have even been able to tell me. So with that being said, I know a lot of people don't really understand it or relate to it, and so that's why they ask. It's a very harmless question. It's not meant to make you feel bad about your family's history. It's just curiosity, but it is rude, so putting that out there. All right, so the point of this video was to share with you guys my ancestry DNA results. This is the second test that I've taken like this. First test I took was from 23andMe, and that test was absolute garbage. Like, horrible. I got back the results for that test and it told me that my family was from West Africa. Like, I could have spit in the vial, put it in the microwave, warmed it up, took it out, swirled it around, and concluded that my DNA was from West Africa, 23andMe. Thank you so much for typing that out in an email and taking the time out to send it to me. But honestly, I could have paid myself for those results. But I didn't stop there. I decided to take the ancestry DNA test from you guys telling me that that was a better option, that they broke it down more. And you guys also told me that there is another test. It is an African tribe test that breaks it down even further than ancestry DNA. I will put the link to that test down below. I haven't taken that one yet, but I think I might. Okay, so let's just get into my results. So my ethnicity estimate on ancestry DNA says that 42% of my DNA is from Ivory Coast, Ghana. Ivory Coast / Ghana, so the slash there. 18% is Africa, Southeastern Bantu. 16% is Nigeria. And those are just the high confidence percentages. The low confidence regions are 5% Europe West, 4% Senegal, 4% Ireland, Scotland, Wales, 3% Benin, Togo, 2% Congo, 2% South Central hunter-gatherers, and 1% Finland, Northwest Russia. So finding out that 42% of my DNA was Ivory Coast, Ghana was really cool and interesting to know. So knowing that information does make me want to learn more about the culture, the history, the food, the music. I definitely want to know more about it, knowing that information. Before I started doing YouTube, I never really had much of an inclination to learn more about where my DNA is from or where my heritage in Africa is from. And that's mainly just because my family really never grew up talking about it. And I think because Black American culture is so strong that was enough for me for a long time. I love Black American culture. I love being Black. It's one of the most fulfilling things to see a group of people, a nation of people that were brought here in such terrible, horrible conditions thrive and turn into something else. Like, honestly, Black people as a culture are some of the funniest, liveliest, soulful people that I've ever known growing up in America. We've come so far as people. It's literally amazing. And that was always enough for me. That was always like, it just gave me a sense of pride in being African American, in being Black. Once I started doing YouTube, I did want to know more about where in Africa my DNA was from. Just seeing other YouTubers who have that sense of heritage and culture with African countries made me feel a little bit like, oh, I wish slavery didn't happen. But honestly, I wish there was. I wish I could answer people and tell them where I'm from and talk to them about my country's food or my country's clothes or whatever. Like, I really did wish that I had that. Doing this test does give me a little bit more clarity. I do want to learn more. I'm very, very interested in learning more about it. So if you guys have any links or books or videos or something that you guys would think would help me, please comment that down below because I'd love to learn more about Ghana as a country. I am not going to start like repping it hardcore because I feel like that's very disrespectful to people that are from Ghana and that grew up there and have that culture and heritage, because I don't have that. But I do want to learn more about it. Ghanaian. I really hope I'm saying that right. I really hope I've been saying that right this whole video. As for why my eyes are blue, I really truly don't know. I don't think it relates much to the results of this test at all. Still don't know. Still don't really care. You know, it's just what it is. Okay, my AC is off and it's getting really hot. Whew, I gotta go, y'all. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. I love you so much, and I'll see you in my next video.